I'm sorry I can't be with you this evening due to the condition of my hip, but I would like to first thank you for coming to honor the ones who are being honored with me, and I thank the Heritage Committee for including me as an honoree. I don't know why I deserve it. I never feel that anything I've ever done needed to honor me. When I did it, it was done from my heart. And I just want to extend my thanks to all who were involved in helping this honoree committee. In 1928, my dad, Ray Mazza, purchased 924 Bayside, the home that I'm still living in. And I'm going to live in here till the day I die. But it was a long journey, coming in from sometimes on the ferry in a car, and then hitting the road when it was just a dirt road and no lights on the road. Of course, we had 3 children, and they sat in the back of the car, and it was very dark, and they'd yell, "Spooky, spooky," because they were frightened without the lights. On arriving at 924 Bayside, there were only bungalows, and they were small homes, no big homes that we have today. Also, the homes in front were on pilings. There were only a couple, and they were in the water. And one was moved back and is next door to me now. But as a child, when I was with my brother, we would go swimming right out front. It was just very convenient, and friends would come visit us because we had the spot to visit. And of course, we had many bulkheads in front. There were at least 4 that I can recall. And we would go to the other end near the Rockaway docks, and we would swim from one bulkhead to the other, just for the fun of it. Story, I met my beloved husband when I was 13 years old, and a very dear friend of mine named Jack Kane, not related to the Bob Kanes, introduced us. And we've been friends ever since. Jack, his family, Andy and I then dated, which we don't do much of that today. We dated, and eventually we married. He was drafted into the service at age 18. Never had the opportunity to go to college, like you young people today have. And as a pastime after we married, we would dance on the dock at Colony Theater. And we would have the jukebox from, what was his name? Laws. He would put it out at a certain time and take it in at a certain time so that we wouldn't be out too late. And it was an enjoyable time. And of course, as I was a dancer, took dance lessons from the time I was 5, and I was taught by a Rockette who was very, very wonderful. Dancing on the dock was one thing, but my future was teaching. And as a result, as I said, of my son going, our son, it's never our son, we both had something to do with it. I started to teach. And I ended up in the Sonic Club on Rockaway Point Boulevard, thanks to the Christ Community Church members, whom Ruth Brown was very popular, and she helped me to have the building. At that time, I called it the Tri-Tot, because it involved 3 communities, and it involved children whom they are the joy of my life, and I loved teaching them. I learned from them, they learned from me. I did not only teach dance, I taught them to love one another and to care and to respect and to become friends, not just with the ones they knew. Being at the Masonic Club teaching, I was there for not quite 38 years because I came from the Masonic Club and had to retire because of a condition on my legs. The joy of my life was taken from me, and I couldn't teach anymore. But I did have the teen show, which started 46 years ago, and Ruth Clark was the instigator, so to speak. She approached me and Mary Ellen Barnes first. I didn't know Mary was involved, but when she approached me, I was happy to be able to work with youth again. And that's when the teen show started 46 years ago. And I became a dear friend of Mary Ellen Barnes and her assistant throughout the shows.
Hi, I'm Mary Ellen Barnes. I'm going to tell you a little about my dear friend Gert Hendry and her involvement with the Breezy Point Teen Show. So, in 1972, a woman named Ruth Clark contacted me. I was working at the surf club in the summers as a choreographer because I was a dancer. And she said, would you like to come to the co-op and do something with the kids? First show had 12 people, mostly the people we found that were related to somebody. And I started the teen show. It was at the Catholic Club and we were on the road. We also went to Roxbury. So instead of the people driving down the road to see us, we went all the way down there with all the costumes to see them. So that was 46 years ago. Tonight at the Colony Theater will be the 46th annual, and it's pretty much selling out. I'm very excited that Gert is coming tomorrow night and Friday night, and has been coming this summer to rehearsals, right out of the hospital to the rehearsals to see all the kids, sign them in. She knows everybody's birthday, and if you know Gert, you know you get a birthday card on your birthday, which is pretty incredible since she knows hundreds and hundreds of children. So pretty much from the beginning, Gert has been there by my side. And she's much more than a dance teacher. She's basically my spiritual director, takes care of my body, my mind, my soul, always gives me good advice, always tells me, what time is it? And I say, what time is it, Gert? And she says, it's the time of your life. So Gert, I really want to congratulate you and tell you that you are one of the gems. Wait, God. And jewels of Breezy Point. And I'm so happy to be your friend. And I know you like to be called my assistant, but that's such a silly title because you're so much more than that. And I know she'll be at the teen show, the 46th annual, making sure the youth of Breezy Point is taken care of. So I love you, Gert, and this is a great honor by the Historical Society. Thank you for asking me to say hello to Gert.
During the time that I was teaching, I also involved myself in a column. It started way back with Mike Liana, the original Point editor. Thank you. And what I would do, since I was involved with the youth and the teens, I would then tell little stories about them with their initials, like who was dating who and who went where. And from that, I then continued to the present time, and that would be over 30 some odd years, I'm sure. And I've been often asked how I find information for the column, and I call it the teens and the preteens. And by the way, the preteens were started by yours truly, because I felt that if we had younger teens in the show, they would then continue, and exactly is happening. Then when the older teens drop out, we still have teens coming in. I would like to again mention a big thank you to the Breezy Point Historical Society
Of New York.
when my hands are going, of New York, because to me it was a wonderful act of kindness and caring, which is what I know about this community, the caring and the love. And I think that was what the purpose was, and I would never want to change that. And this is why I am doing a video to let you know how much I love the community, and Breezy has meant so much to me, even as a child coming here summers and enjoying all the benefits of a Breezy community. My family, the home, the love that's shared, the roof over my head, the food on my table, the family surrounding me. I have daughters, sons, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, all living here, and I could want for nothing more. I am a blessed, blessed woman.
Goodbye. Now that's a great end.